Hello, gurus. Welcome to another episode. Hope you're having a beautiful day. The River Nile. There's so many fish in the Nile, actually, which is beautiful. We're going to jump into the charts for Bitcoin. Yesterday was a super eventful night. If you were following the markets on Twitter, crazy shit was happening. Binance got removed as CZ, Changzhou Pao got removed as CEO of Binance. By the Department of Justice in America. Binance is forced to pay a $4 billion fine. CZ will be, he was in America in front of a judge. He's forced to pay a $150 million bond and to appear back on his sentencing, which could be up to 18 months sentence. But apparently on the negotiation of him stepping down as CEO, that most likely he will not get any jail time. The Department of Justice was saying that what happened with CZ is that he was facilitating through Binance, through crypto, facilitating illegal money transfer to sanctioned entities like Iran, Hamas, etc. But really what it is, it's the US government taking control of Binance, the biggest exchange in the world, and the biggest crypto exchange in the world. And by doing this, the Department of Justice America, they put a 3-year clause where they have oversight over what Binance as an exchange does. CZ is out as CEO. He will still retain majority shares and ownership of his company, but he will no longer be able to participate in any corporate aspects of the company for 3 years. And he will have to face this judge again with this $150 million bond to see if he will be getting any jail time, which is very shocking news. In my opinion, I've been here since the beginning, like early crypto, and CZ's one of the best founders in the space, to be honest. He's very trustworthy. I really liked CZ as a founder. I met him a few times in Dubai. I've seen how he is with his company, and I really liked everything he did until I said this when FTX went down. In my opinion, it was CZ that poked it. CZ popped the balloon with that tweet where he said that Binance thinks that FTX doesn't have the backing of that $500 million of FTX token that they owned. And then CZ said that he was going to sell those tokens. And then Sam's CTO, the girl with the glasses, I forgot her name, she said that they'll buy FTX tokens from CZ, from Binance at $22 a token, and that was the start of the entire collapse of FTX. And that happened all from that one tweet from CZ. Maybe there was more in the backstory of that, but that's what caused that entire meltdown of FTX, the whole crash of all the entire crypto, pretty much destroyed the crypto markets and allowed the US government and all these sanctions and all this kind of Department of Justice, the SEC, to come heavy in after crypto. So it's in a way karma. He got hit by karma for bringing down FTX. Now he's no longer the CEO of Binance. He still owns majority share, and he potentially has this criminal charge, which is crazy. Binance, the company, also facing criminal charges and a $4 billion fine. We're going to jump into the charts for Bitcoin, Ethereum. It is the morning. Stock markets aren't open. In 12 hours, I will do Tesla and the tech stocks. Hit the subscribe button, smash up thumbs up button, turn on the bell. Let's jump into the technicals for Bitcoin now. We're going into the technicals. We're getting a big bounce back on the market after yesterday's drop. So what I'm seeing here is, because we're still early in this start of the bull market, we're getting really big bounce backs. As soon as these sells happen on the altcoins, as soon as you see sells on Bitcoin, they're getting bought back straight away. Uniswap up 10% today. Solana 6%. Sui 4%. They erased that drop pretty much from yesterday. Doge up 3.8%. Still, they dropped more. They would drop down 9%, 10% yesterday. BNB bouncing back. Ethereum bouncing back. Bitcoin 2% up, bouncing back. MCRT bouncing back 1.6. They're still much lower than before the SEC and the Department of Justice announced that. The trend line held on Bitcoin, if you've been following my charts. Why we keep getting bought up so quickly every time there's a drop? Because the bull market just started. You can see here we had that first Elliott wave count off the bottom where I predicted the bottom on Bitcoin. We have this first Elliott wave count. Now we've started the second impulse Elliott wave counts. And usually they're 5 counts. The same you see, the way Elliott wave counts, the same you see these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 impulse ABC correction. It's the same as in the bigger scale. So this is one wave, right? This is one wave, then correction, And this is the second wave. So we still have the second to third impulse wave is actually the biggest impulse wave. So this is why it keeps getting brought back up. This is when we zoom closer, you can see bull flag. It reset the stochastics. This Department of Justice announcement, CZ getting kicked out of Binance, Binance getting $4 billion fine. This set off a massive drop yesterday where Bitcoin went from 37,600 to 35,500 and then bouncing back right now. And my trade over on OKX added to its position. If you remember yesterday, I added position at around 36,700, so it came down a bit lower, but it added to that position. Now back in profits on that trade also. Stochastic fully reset on the 4 hour. The trend line held, everyone. You see that perfect trend line hold here, which is beautiful. Still first wave, target 46,900. Where I would go long is on just supports here. So if you haven't opened a trade, I would open it on this support line there. Stop loss just underneath that daily support and take profit at that 46k target, the first wave target. We haven't seen the first wave finish yet. And the longer the first wave goes on, the more movement we have up on this first wave, the smaller the second wave correction will be, and then the biggest impulse of an Elliott wave count is the second to third wave. That will be the biggest impulse. So this will be the trade that I take on Bitcoin. Opening at 36,000, stop loss 35,714, take profit 46,840, 37 times risk to risk ratio, 37 times, risking $288 per Bitcoin to make $10,836. Where else in the world can you risk $288 to make $10,838 with no leverage? With 10x leverage, that's $108,000 profits. With 100x leverage, that's almost 1.1 million. Again, the gray line is where the trade opens, 36,000. Stop loss is the red line, 35,700. Take profit is the green line, 46,840. And my trade's activated over on OKX even more. On OKX, my trade is now $173 in the profits, but it's now, the size is now 28,512. So that it's now one full Bitcoin over here on OKX, which is beautiful. Bybit account got hit hard on that drop yesterday, but it's bouncing back. My Bitcoin trade, $23,000 in the profits after that massive sell-off yesterday. $23,000 in the profits. Over on Bybit, my account $403,000, but that altcoin sell-off, I'm going to use this opportunity to buy more. Today, it's bounced back $9,300 in the profits today. Big bounce back after a big drop yesterday. Bitcoin showing so much strength. I'm going to buy another 0.5 let's ladder in because I've got a lot of Bitcoin, so it's comparable to the amount in this account. But no, okay, I'm going to buy another $5,000 of Bitcoin. Where did I put the target? Buying $5,000 more of Bitcoin. This is spot position, not leverage. 36,000. So at 36,000, I'm going to buy another 36,000. If there's a pullback, you'll buy another $5,000 of Bitcoin at 36,000. Confirm. And in this account, I've got Bitcoin, 2 Bitcoin, USDT 73,000, Uniswap 45,000, Uniswap bouncing back. I'm going to buy another $1,000 of Uniswap because it's just bouncing back very strongly. I'll buy it at the current price. Another $1,000 of Uniswap. Doge, I've got 40,900, still down 2% after that drop. It came down and added to my position. Remember, I had buy orders. FXS down 2.7%. MCRT down 9% on that BNB drop. BNB got hammered and activated my buyers over on... You remember how I told you yesterday that I set buyers on BNB? It's now... I think it would have activated those buyers. But you can see the market is overall bouncing back after that big drop yesterday. Where is that BNB? I had... My buy orders were set at 201. No, 246. So it activated those buy orders on BNB. Look at that, because of the announcement from the DOJ, from 271 all the way down to 220. The DOJ moved the markets. Let's see how much that announcement, how much the SEC and the Department of Justice affected the market on their announcement yesterday. They dropped it. They dropped the market. From here, the total cryptocurrency markets, they manipulated the markets in a way, 6.5%, or 923. How much is that? 923 billion? What number is that? 6% of 1.4 trillion. Yeah, they moved the market almost $100 billion. They almost moved the market, or in $92 billion. They moved the market on that announcement of firing CZ, $92 billion. The SEC and the American government is the biggest. They manipulate the market so much. Major support on the crypto markets is 1.2 trillion. That was the first red candle we had from the bottom up. That was the first red candle. ABC correction. Interesting. There was not much of a correction. Look at that ABC correction. It's just showing major strength actually in the markets. So this is the start. So this Elliott wave count is done. This is the start of the next Elliott wave on the total market cap of all cryptos, and massive rounding bottom on the crypto markets, and massive increase is starting to happen of volume. Remember, as I teach you in the crypto master course, as I teach you in the crypto master course, volume predicts price. Always remember this: volume predicts price. Look at the volume starting to spike on the total market cap of all cryptos. We went from volume in August and September of around $40 billion a day to the last week, $40 billion a week, to last week, $120 billion of volume per week. 120 billion. Still very shy compared to the peak of 69 billion, but the volume, you can see here, look at the volume down here. What is volume? Each of these candles represents how much crypto was bought and sold during that week. During that week, that candle, that billions of volume shows how much buying and selling was happening. I'm going to leave this video as it is. I won't have time to jump into Ethereum. All the links down below to OKX, Bybit, all these different exchanges, all the things you need to get into crypto are all in the video in the description down below. Under the video, go down below, sign up to Bybit using that link. You get a $30,000 bonus. Sign up to OKX, there's $50,000 worth of bonuses. Trading stocks, Bitcoin and crypto in the USA. BingX is USA friendly apparently. And $600 bonus on Binance. But you have to do your own research, make sure it's legal in your country, etc. To take the crypto master course to learn everything. We're doing 12 hours of courses. There's 7,000 students taking all my courses. And join us in the Telegram. There's 9,000 of you trading together, discussing together. And I'm also going to, so this was the news. So here you can see CZ, today I stepped down as CEO of Binance. Admittedly, it was not easy to do emotionally, but I know it's the right thing. I made mistakes. I take responsibility. Even though, in my opinion, he was amazing CEO, but the mistakes he did was poking and dropping and creating that massive destruction of FTX, then the SEC getting involved. Bitcoin took a 4% hit on the news, holding the trend line. And this is a summary. Guilty plea for the Bank Secrecy Act violations, $50 million fine for CZ. He can't have public statements contradicting the guilty plea. Binance is guilty plea operating unlicensed money transmitting, violating the Bank Secrecy Act and transactions with Iran, agreement to plea facts and commitment to government cooperation. So they have to now they're under control of the American government. Zhao resigned as Binance CEO, barred from company involvement for 3 years. Requirement for Binance to enhance compliance, appoint an independent monitor for 3 years. And yeah, that's all. That was a crazy night. And just we're getting a big bounce back. Massive volume coming into the markets. Volume predicts price. The dips are getting bought back very quickly. We're in the beginnings of the bull market, in my opinion. And this has to happen. The US has control of everything, and the more the regulatory climate, crypto has to be regulated. It has to be kind of like, if it's going to turn into a $100 trillion asset class like the stock market, if all these BlackRock and everyone is coming in, it has to be monitored, controlled by the SEC, and everyone knows that they're the top kingpin of the entire financial markets. But make sure, everyone, if you're American, vote in American-friendly politicians, crypto-friendly politicians. Vote out any warmongers. Vote out any politicians that push for war. Vote out any politicians that push for crypto control or your money control. Crypto is your freedom for your money, where you control your money for the first time in human history. So make sure, vote out any politician that goes against crypto. Smash up this thumbs up button, everyone. Hit the subscribe button. Love you all. Have an amazing day, and I'll see you all again tomorrow.